who needs patience when there's a supply of explosives underground? No, this calls for handiwork.
Oh, the black... Take cover! Stop right where
To the main.
and let...
Toro! Oh. Hello? Hello? Great, but as soon... Hello? Great, but as soon... The good old... Too bad I've had the most... Well, I think should be it. I can still recognize what it is. So... Tony says it's my turn to clean the back. Now that's... I've been waiting... Well, I think that should be... Shouldn't he be maintaining the sewer system and... Huh? Oh, my new... Or, I mean... Huh? Oh, great. Well, what if there's... My nuclear power-propelled satellite could crash into Kuvak? Or... the grizzlies could break free from my treadmills. I mean, isn't anyone thinking on their feet here?
Ah! I'm... Ah!
What have we here? Does this happen to be a little... It's your... No. Goal! I have to talk to her. She's got to know who her savior is.
Rufus, do you have to snoop around here?
Hi, Inspector Gizmo.
That's Dr. Gizmo. As you know, I hold all 3 positions in this emergency station. And right now, I'm a doctor. And as a doctor, I have the right to ask, why are you bothering my patient?
She's an acquaintance of mine. I wanted to see how she's doing. Her name is Gold.
So, the Elysian is an acquaintance of yours, eh? Very funny. Well, as long as your lacking sense of reality doesn't keep me from doing my job, knock yourself out. Look after your acquaintance, but make it snappy. That's enough.
What? Come on!
Enough daydreaming for today. My patient needs rest. Well, at least I guess that she needs rest. In order to know for sure, she would have to wake up first.
She's unconscious. What's wrong with her? What does she need?
To be more conscious, obviously. For further tests, she would have to be awake. Unfortunately, none of my remedies seem to work.
Well, how about some really strong coffee?
Ha! The coffee that can be of help here needs to be brewed.
Doesn't every coffee need to be brewed?
Yes, right, but
Hey, not to worry, Dr. Gizmo. I have a plan.
do the world a favor and spare us your plans, Rufus. Your wacky plans have never done anyone any good, except that the mayor granted me a larger file cabinet for patients' histories.
Dr. Gizmo,
What now?
will she fully recover?
She'd need to wake up first to be able to tell.
Well, why don't you wake her up then?
Well, it's not that easy. I've already tried every stimulant I could find in my medicine cabinet. None of those were strong enough. She needs something much, much stronger.
Something much, much stronger. Sounds like a job for me. I am much, much stronger after all. I will save her.
Ha! Good luck. Did you bring some kind of miracle stimulant by any chance? Something that might wake her up? A kind of cup of coffee to the nth order?
I'm working on it.
Good, but do it someplace else.
What can I do to wake her up again?
Nothing, unless you had a miracle stimulant to wake her up.
What are you waiting for? Help her!
I would love to, but self-professed acquaintances of the patient are constantly interrupting me in my efforts.
Self-professed acquaintances. That sounds funny. Self-professed acquaintances. Think you can say that 1,000 times in a row?
Why should I? I could even say get lost 1,000 times in a row and you wouldn't get it.
I want to report an emergency.
An emergency? What is it?
I have this unusual pain in my back.
You should rest in bed, at home, so get lost.
Fire!
Impossible. My fire protection sensors would already have detected the emergency.
You have built-in fire protection sensors?
Yes, ever since you turned 8 years old, you little brat.
That was my last birthday with my dad. I got a cake. I think I even remember the fireworks.
I remember them too. Incredible how much you achieved with just 8 candles.
Robbery!
Impossible. My theft protection sensors would already have detected the emergency.
You have built-in theft protection sensors?
All emergency prevention tasks are united in one person, and that's me, as you very well know. A small village like Kuvak is just not big enough to have a doctor's practice, a fire department, and a police station separately. Or at least, that's what I thought. Ever since you turned 8, I'm not so sure about that anymore.
No emergency. My bad.
If you say so, it sounds too good to be true.
Could you leave me alone with her for a moment?
No.
But...
No.
Bummer. Do you have a stimulant for me?
To make you even more annoying? I don't think so. I've used up most of the stimulants on the patient, but to no avail. I still have some left in the medicine cabinet in my office, but no one except me is allowed to access it.
We'll see about that.
What was that?
Time for me to leave.
That's what I keep telling you.
Well, thanks for your time.
You're welcome. Not literally.
Gizmo never understood my philosophy regarding the redistribution of wealth, although it's fairly easy, from everyone else to me. The balloons seem to have been stored here for quite a while. I wonder what occasion they're meant for, and why my face is on some of them. The balloons seem to have been... I wonder what occasion they're meant for, and why my face is on some of them. That's not how you make hot air balloons. It took me weeks to peel all the molten plastic off my skin. This could easily be a nifty miniature version of my free-floating crane. All that's missing is some gas for the balloon. Nope, this is a sad day for Kuvak. Just a second. It says Bad Luck Rufus on these balloons. Lonzo.
Yeah?
Do you have something that can give someone a real boost?
Since when are you ordering coffee? Did you break Tony's coffee machine again? How often do I have to tell you that you don't filter oil that way?
No, this is not about simple coffee. I need something that really, really gets you awake. A kind of ultimate pick-me-up. Lonzo? Are you okay? Okay, just forget I ever asked. I'm off.
No, wait a minute. I think I know exactly what you need. Oh, boy. This is it. This is the moment I've been waiting for.
Hey, wow. You have pipes, tanks, valves. It's a thing.
This is an espresso machine. But this is not just any old espresso machine. This is the mother of all espresso machines. I tuned it myself.
And you wound ribbons into its hair?
Indeed I did.
Okay, but one question remains. What exactly is this espresso?
Well, to be honest, I'm not sure myself. I think it's a kind of highly concentrated coffee. The people of prehistoric times drank it.
Uh-huh. And then they forgot to switch the machine off. I see.
I built the compressor, following all the instructions that I found. Unfortunately, the pictures were pretty blurry, but I think I figured out what ingredients are needed. Take the recipe. It's right next to you on that bar stool. If you bring me these ingredients, we can start brewing. In the meantime, I'll have found my life insurance policy. I hope. Oh, I'm so excited!
What a scrawl. Okay. I need clear, reviving, and energy-rich water. The coffee powder must be black, stimulating, and made from hot beans. None of these things can be found in Kuvak. Never mind, though. Being a master improviser, I bet I can find plenty of alternatives. Flawless performance. Still some room for improvement, but that wasn't too bad for an amateur. Lonzo's been trying his luck as a handyman. Cute. Lonzo must have waited very long for this historic day. He should have asked me earlier. Oh, this must be for the water. Huh? What was that? Oh, the emergency station is opened again. Oh, that must mean I can choose the more daring options now. Crap. Locked. Distrust everywhere. Gizmo isn't here. That means I can fiddle around with his occupation modes unnoticed. Since the retirement home sunk into the ground, they don't let me work in the trash mines for community service anymore. Huh, maybe our system of justice is working after all. It looked much lighter lying in that cupboard. Since the retirement home sunk... That's not going to flee. There's no reason for disproportionate caution. I know what I'm doing. There's a hole in the platform. If the fetters weren't so wide, I could attach them to the hole over there. Ah, but they are too wide. Boy, how often did people around me carry that thing screaming like babies? It's the last tree left. I hope it doesn't croak. I mean, where would I test my herbicides? It's the last tree left. I hope it doesn't croak. I mean, where would I test my herbicides? It's too heavy to lug around. Doesn't matter, though, because I'm always cautious. That's not going to flee. It's too heavy to lug around. Doesn't matter, though, because I'm... Handcuffs in a scale. That must be a symbol for, overloaded metaphors. It's too heavy. Doesn't, because... This could come in handy with my next amputation. Dr. Gizmo says Wenzel's toe could have been saved with non-corroded tools. This could come in handy. Dr. Gizmo says Wenzel's toe could have been saved with non-corroded tools. I don't see what this'll be good for. I mean, I already have enough holes in my teeth. If the fetters weren't so wide, I could attach them to the hole over there. Ah, but they are too wide. That's not going to flee. I can't just go and incinerate the last tree. I mean, where would I test my herb? This wasn't half as funny as I thought it would be. Ah! Poor Wenzel. His tender heart will break when he finds out that the well in his basement isn't real. Quick, I don't want to miss the moment. Wenzel?
I'm down here. Come quick. You won't believe your eyes.
Poor Wenzel still thinks he struck water down there. Instead, his cellar is simply flooded. Bad luck. What's up, Wenzel?
I struck water!
Well, Wenzel, maybe you shouldn't get too excited. Sometimes you just think you struck water, and then it's just... Wait a second. You really struck water.
Unbelievable, isn't it? I am rich!
But that's impossible.
And it's all thanks to you. Well, thanks to your father's divining rod. You are a true friend. You know what? You shared with me, and now I'll share with you. Of course. I share with you this very moment, the moment of triumph. Let's enjoy it together. What's that grinding noise?
It's not my teeth.
I see. I'm rich!
Hey, that's my dad's divining rod. I don't want anything to do with Wenzel's stinking well. It seems like there's still enough juice in the battery. One whole chili. Still 2 ingredients missing. The coffee powder must be black, stimulating, and made from hot beans. Do you have any idea what kind of blackish powder is needed for this recipe? Any idea what highly stimulating means? Well, there we go. Black powder. A pinch of black powder.
Ah, Rufus, I believe you may very well want to congratulate me. The mayor was very excited to hear about my discovery. He believes the water vein might make Kuvak one of the 3 richest settlements in the southern quadrant. Right now, he's hearing one more applicant, but for now, it looks like I'll be the one.
Goal is supposed to live at your place? Oh, don't make me laugh.
What? Now that I have a water vein on my property, I'm one of the most influential people of Kuvak. And with an orbit pixie in my house, I might even become an honorary citizen. Who knows? One day, I might even follow in the footsteps of your father.
But I was the one who saved her, and I'm the one who gave her shelter.
Rufus, you don't even have a house. So how do you suppose you'll convince the mayor?
Well,
Next up, number 63, please.
Low-Tech, I have to talk to you. It's about... Low-Tech?
What? Who's disturbing me?
Whoa. Are you really sleeping in your desk?
This is the mayor's traditional resting place. Before me, your father used to sleep in here. That was before he betrayed the community.
Well, I can totally understand that.
Well, he left you behind, too.
Be that as it may, who sleeps in a desk anyway?
Admittedly, the desk isn't aligned correctly with the planet's magnetic field, but your father had a device installed to correct that.
What? I'm here for the Elysian girl.
They all are, but you're too late. The hearing is over.
Over? But it was me who found her.
As far as I know, it was Panic who found her.
Well, I found her first.
And you just left her lying there?
No, it was different.
With your attitude, you wouldn't even stand a chance if the hearing wasn't over already.
But I saved her life.
I find that hard to believe, considering you're responsible for 90% of all injuries that happen in Kuvak.
Well, but 90% of those have been my own injuries.
Listen, Rufus, whenever chaos breaks out in Kuvak, you are responsible for it. As far as I know, you might even be responsible for that girl falling from the sky.
No, it was different.
With your attitude, you wouldn't even stand a chance if the hearing wasn't over already.
But I have to help her return to her world.
To Elysium? That's a good joke. You should know better than anyone else that there's no way to leave Deponia. Nothing that ends up on Deponia will ever leave again.
My dad made it.
That's neither probable nor verifiable. I know that's what you'd like to believe, but I believe it's more likely that your father ended up crashing into some trash heap. With your attitude, you wouldn't even stand a chance if the hearing wasn't over already.
That's too bad.
How exceptionally reasonable of you. I've made my decision, and there's nothing you can do about it.
I'm starting to run out of good arguments here.
Finally! There is a God! Are we done here? I really need to go to the assembly hall.
You bet.
Oh, now what?
The girl belongs to me.
Wrong! I've already made the decision. Finally! Are we done?
You bet.
Oh, now!
I officially wanted...
You don't even have your own residence, do you? You're mooching off your former girlfriend.
Yeah, well, at least I'm not sleeping in the drawer of my desk.
Watch your tongue, son. This is the mayor's traditional resting place. If only your father were here to put you in your place. You know darn well he worked here before me.
Oh yeah, you mean he slept here?
You don't even know what real work is. If you'd put in a little more effort, you could have followed in your father's footsteps.
My father's footsteps led away from this dump. And I'll get away from this rock, too.
And you think you'll reach your goal without a serious effort? I'm beginning to understand why he didn't take you with him.
Ouch. What? Instead of just moving the desk, my dad preferred messing with the planet's magnetic field?
Well, he was the most egocentric and stubborn person I've ever met.
That's a lie.
Oh, yeah? Why do you think he left you here? Because he didn't care about anyone but himself. Not even for his own son. Pretty ironic that you've become just as egotistic as he was back then.
Egotistic? Me? Ha! Just recently, I risked my own life to save a girl from the clutches of the Organon.
Completely without ulterior motives, I suppose.
You better believe it.
My ass.
You'll be surprised, Low-Tech. I will save the girl. And then everyone on this planet will realize how selfless I really am. But then it'll be too late, because then I'll already be sitting in some cocktail lounge in Elysium and laughing about you fools and how you still have to live in this junkyard. You'll see. I can't stop thinking about what you...
Well, get it. Your father installed that device for He manipulated the magnetic field so he could sleep in harmony with the field lines.
I can't imagine how that's supposed to...
Well, I sleep like a baby. The only downside is that carrier pigeons are constantly crashing into my window.
When does the post office open?
Whenever I feel like it. I am the mayor, you know.
What a stupid rule.
That was your father's idea.
Stupid, but not bad. Not bad at all. The girl belongs...
Wrong. I've already...
I'm stuck.
Are we done?
No, that's it.
Well, then just beat it. I need to get to the assembly hall.
I kind of know this symbol. What's this? A hidden compartment? Well, looks like Dad's secret will see the light of day after all. A key. My dad knew I'd be clever enough to find it. I wonder what I'd get for it if I melt it down. He's gone. Well, never mind. What a pile of junk. one of the few long-distance radio devices in this backwater town. Why are we paying an operator if nobody's ever making a call? I know why I don't pay taxes.
Next, please.
Guess I'm last in line. Whatever. Who could possibly succeed except for me? Oh, this thing is beyond repair. What a pile of junk. Hey, that's Dad's water glass. I hardly ever saw him without it. He must have been worried about dehydration. This might be unnecessarily complicated, but I'm certain Dad wanted to make sure that I'm the only one who could get this far. Get to his big secret. His legacy. His liquor cabinet. Clear water. It really exists. All that's missing is the energy-rich and stimulating additives. There's a message from the mayor of Buzo Westfog. O-O-I-C-U-R-N-E-D-O-T. Huh? Either a cat was jumping up and down on the keyboard, or the operator must have gotten that all wrong. S-O-L-O-N-G-Y-O-U-S-E. Damn, where was I? There's a message. Oh, huh? Either a cat was... Aw, does that upset you? Well, an accomplished matador like me knows how to bring the blood of a bull to a boil. Or whatever liquid it is that's pumping through those tubes. One more time. The bull is enraged enough. Time for a rodeo. And today, children, Uncle Rufus will show you how to draw blood from a full-grown bull. And this is one way how not to do it. Ah, the blood... Well, it's still below my class, but at least the taurine tanks are open now. I don't have to fill anything. It seems like there's still enough juice in the battery. The remaining question is, how do I get to it? And today... And, and... Time for... Clear water. It really exists. But before it can go into the tank, it has to be mixed with other ingredients. Tony's tranquilizer. Dr. Gizmo, I wonder what... This is dull enough as it is.
I suggest not to move her in this condition.
What kind of condition is she in? I still don't understand. I mean, is she dead?
No, her body is alive and well. It's her consciousness. It's inactive.
So, she's asleep.
Well, it's a bit more complicated than that. I think it's related to this implant. It's broken.
A consciousness implant? Isn't there a switch or something?
A fuse?
Maybe the contacts are corroded. That's what always happens with my intercom.
I already tried everything, but this is Elysian technology. I have no idea how it's being used. I don't even have the appropriate screwdriver.
So, when can I finally take her home?
She needs to wake up first.
Okay, I see. This situation needs to be resolved through a government decision. Let's do it like this. If you manage to wake her up, you can have her.
And what happens if I wake her up?
Rufus!
You're not even supposed to be here.
But I have a plan.
Oh, I've heard about your plans. You never think things through. Everything you do ends in chaos, and most likely with an explosion.
We'll see about that.
I warn you, stay away from the girl.
How peacefully she sleeps. This calls for extra strong coffee. Looky here, Wenzel, too. Did somebody drop food? I mean, what's the deal with the crawling around on the floor?
I'm waiting for Gold to wake up so I can take her with me, of course.
Ha! Dream on. Although, it is true that ants can carry 10 times their own weight. But why would Goal, an Elysian orbit elf, want to have anything to do with somebody like you?
Duh, Rufus! You've always underestimated me. Rufus, Rufus! Look at me. I'm a self-made man.
Yeah, whoever made you must have stopped right in the middle.
Oh, yeah? I am rich. I've got a water vein running through my basement. You, on the other hand, don't even have a basement. You ain't got nothing, Rufus.
Hey, that's how you pay people back when they give their best? And what would I want with a basement in Kuvak? I don't belong here, and neither does Goal. And as soon as I wake her up, I will accompany her to Elysium. You'll see. I don't have anything else. You hear, Wenzel? I don't have any...
But Rufus!
You're not untouchable, Low-Tech. Don't you ever forget that. This is practically screaming for a sophisticated maneuver.
But Rufus!
You're not on... Don't you... I didn't vote for him to meddle in my affairs. Wait a second. Did I vote for him at all? Or did I vote for anyone else? Oh, politics are wicked. I didn't vote for him to meddle in my affair. Wait, or did I... Ah! Dr. Giz...
What now?
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Your parrot doesn't seem to be feeling so well.
Holy cow! He's completely knocked out. How are we supposed to detect dangerous fumes now?
It's always the same. The warning light is the first thing to break.
You can take the bird if you want to. He's useless to me like that.
How cute. He's talking in his sleep.
Revenge!
Nope, this is a sad day for the day of... Just a second. It says bad... Time. Time. One more time. Well, an accomplished... Any idea what... Wakey, wakey. Boy, oh boy, certifiably knocked out. Look what I brought you.
Another dead bird?
It's not dead. It's just resting.
That's what you said about the pigeon.
They call it cryogenic sleep. It was a time travel experiment.
In my refrigerator?
Well, where else would it be cold enough? There's not much room in your heart, after all.
No more dead animals.
All right, I'll go and wake him up.
You do that somewhere else.
Crap. Locked. Distrust everywhere. Strike! No great in the world can hold me back. There, it moved while you were blinking. It's too heavy to lug around. Doesn't matter, though, because I'm always caught. I've stashed it in there for an emergency. Oh, damn! Hey, I don't abuse pets. And in exchange... Hello again.
Hey, hello, Sugar Puff.
No. Do you have any idea where I can get water that's rich with energy?
Very often we find batteries in the junk. Those are always filled with some kind of liquid. We call it battery soda because it's got that fizz when it touches the tongue. Is that what you mean? Bye.
There's a message. Either a cat was jumping up and down on the...
I said...
Get away from there. The post office will be closed until the clock on the sign...
is back!
I didn't vote for him. Wait a second. Or did I? Ow. That would be like adding in... That would be like adding oil to the flames in boring. Gizmo never understood my philosophy regarding... Although it's... Hey, go! Go! Wait,
Very good diagnosis.
oh, well, you know, it's just that I'm... Gizmo never under... Although it's... Gizmo never... Although it... Gizmo... Although it... Gizmo... Although it's... I'm not letting anyone cut in. Gizmo never... Although it's... Gizmo... Although it... The text... Now, it's time... Gizmo never... Although it... Gizmo... Although it... Gizmo never... Although it... I'll bet Fire Officer Gizmo would like that. I'll keep that idea in mind. There, I can see it grit and clear. I don't want anything to do with. What exactly am I supposed to do?
It's all written down on the recipe I gave you. Just bring me everything that's on the list. Till then, I'll do some...
Okay. About the powder.
Tell me.
Any idea what highly stimulating means?
I have no idea. Maybe some kind of stimulant? Maybe Dr. Gizmo has some in his office.
Oh, that reminds me. Maybe Dr. Gizmo has some kind of stimulant in his office.
That's just what I said.
You did? Maybe I'd listen more carefully if you said something useful from time to time.
I guess I have...
Don't worry.
Hurry, I can't...
About...
Keep it.
The recipe says something about a revitalizing liquid. I don't know what that means.
I don't know either. A liquid that makes something inanimate come to life again?
That sounds scary.
What's scary about that? Just imagine, a freezer making breakfast in bed for you.
Yeah, obviously you've never been in a relationship with Tony. Don't worry.
Hurry, I can't...
I'll be off getting on.
You...
Dr. Gizmo.
What?
I wonder...
An emergency?
I have this idea.
You should rest in bed. So get...
No, well, thanks.
You're what?
I want the battery acid, and I have a dentist drill. That's almost too convenient. Ow! Yeah! Ow! Ha ha! I've siphoned the acid without injuring myself. I'll drink to that. Blech. And, hey, I don't have any exchange. Ha! I want... And today, children, and, I'll have to stick the funnel into something else first. It doesn't have to be siphoned. It doesn't. Never! My inventory could... And Tony... It doesn't... I'll have... His beak isn't big enough for the funnel. That's too bad. Consider that. It doesn't have... What? I won't be able to wake the sleepy head with this. Luckily, I'm a gifted... Damn. Ugh, I hate syringes. Luckily, I've developed an immunity to tetanus. I wonder what that stuff tastes like. I've only ever been injected right into the heart muscle so far. Draw blood from an enraged bull? Child's play. Bull's blood. Check. Cool. I already have the special water, at least. Stimulant. I'll call this blend Rufus Reckless, the Maiden Slayer. Or Savior. No, Slayer sounds much better. So, I have the powder already. Into the tank you go. Well, that's it. I found all the ingredients.
Wonderful! I can't even tell you how excited I am to see what happens next.
But I thought we were making espresso.
Yes, you are right. This is an august moment, my friend. We shouldn't spoil it by worrying about the pressure within the nuclear core structure.
Pressure within the nuclear core structure?
Hear me, gods of our forefathers. Using just the most refined ingredients and the highest possible compression, we beseech thee, open the gates to the espresso-verse!
Holy smoke.
More pressure! More pressure!
Okay, okay.
Are we dead?
No, being dead feels completely different. Oh. As you know, I have gazed deep into death's eyes more than once in my life.
Oh, now that you mention it, that reminds me. Is Tony still wearing those contact lenses?
Shh! Something's happening. Ouch! Whew! I think this brew is gonna do the job.
What's that stinging smell?
That's medicine.
Says who?
Says I.
And who's the doctor here?
You tell me.
Let's say it together. Me.
It's a draw.
Best out of three.
You.
Me.
You.
Ha! I win.
Oh, crap.
What's that supposed to be?
That's medicine.
And who?
You.
What's that funny smell?
Ah! Fire! The town hall's on fire!
Fire control mode activated. Firefighter Gizmo at your service. Where is the fire?
Over there! The chamber's on fire! Good Lord!
Don't worry. Your fire will be extinguished in no time.
Don't even think about it, Rufus.
Keep your hands off the Elysian, Rufus!
But this situation calls for a funnel right there.
What? No! What makes you think that?
You should be glad that Inspector Gizmo's not around.
Don't even think about it, Rufus. It's mine now.
Keep your hands off the Elysian, Rufus!
But this situation calls...
What? What makes you...
Oh. But hey, one day you'll beg for a funnel down your throat, and then I'm expecting an apology. An expert like me can do without such gadgets. I happen to have quite a good sense of smell.
getting worried I'd have to camp in the cupboard forever.
Whoa!
Where was I? Ah, yes. Medical mode activated. Dr. Gizmo at your service. How's the patient?
I'd say her condition hasn't changed.
Leave the diagnosis to the doctor, will you? Now, just where is... My stethoscope, it's gone. Thieves! Crime in progress. Police mode activated. Officer Gizmo at your service. No one leaves the crime scene.
Ah! Oh, but Rufus!
You're not untouchable, Low-Tech. Don't you ever forget that.
That's enough. I think you're done.
Come on, Gizmo. You have more important things to do.
Don't tell me how to do my work. Or are you just trying to divert my attention from your guilt?
What? That's simply...
Aha! Here is the missing clue. The last piece that completes the puzzle. The mystery of the thieving mare has finally been solved.
Thieving Mayor? How dare you?
Put up your hands, Low-Tech.
I have no intention of lifting my hands.
You better do what I say.
I don't want to.
You don't have any choice.
I don't? Well, you're fired.
You can't fire me. You're arrested.
You can't arrest me. You're fired.
But I arrested you first.
So what? You're fired anyway.
You can't fire me. You're arrested.
You can't arrest me. You're fired.
But I arrested you first.
So what? You're fired anyway.
You can't fire me. You're arrested.
You can't arrest me. You're fired.
Who was that?
Me. It was me.
Rufus? Are you all right?
Phew. What happened?
You woke the stranger, the Elysian girl, and then you got knocked out.
Goal? Where is she? How is she?
She's still a bit confused. I think her implant was seriously damaged by the fall. She is conscious now, but she's just talking gibberish.
Can I talk to her?
Of course. She's lying over there. I took her into medical custody. Just don't stress her out too much. First and foremost, she needs rest now.
No problem. Thanks, Doctor. Goal, it's me, your savior.
Toodle, toodle, doodle. Pups?
No, it's Rufus. Yeah? You can give me any...